Get him the starts. Yeah.
Magoo.
Let Davis see what Davis Webb has, because they're seriously putting all their eggs in the Davis Webb basket.
Yeah, because I mean, like I was listening to
Davis.
Armin and or is it Armin? It's Levac and Gaz now.
Yeah, Levac and Gaz.
So I was listening.
You're dating yourself.
Yeah, I am. But so I was listening to them this afternoon on my way home, and they were saying it, pretty on point. Where I feel is that as Giants fans, do we really see, or can you really see Eli getting to another Super Bowl, let alone playoff? He hasn't made the playoffs in the last 5 years.
No, I do not. I do not see him getting.
So at that point, you have to say it's time to move on from that. Maybe he's not done. He might be able to find himself a team with a little bit more talent right now.
Jacksonville.
Yeah, or
I'm sorry, Saxonville.
Or he's going to have to take a back seat and because he really is closer to the end of his career.
So you blame Eli for the Giants not making it to the playoffs last 5 years?
No, don't blame Eli.
That. No, I'm not saying that. But I'm just saying it's that.
But you put his job in jeopardy. You're saying he should lose his job because of their lack to be able to make it to the playoffs.
I guess one of the other things that they said on the show this afternoon was, and I agree with, is that he is not losing you games, but he's not necessarily making the people on the field better than making them better. Like,
how do you want them to be better when you're running with your third best option at wide receiver as your number one? You have backup guys who are from the practice squad now on the wide receiving core, and you don't have an offensive line that can hold for more than 3 effing seconds. It's that guy's fault. He's not making them better because everyone around him is worse.
Let me ask you this.
We're not saying. Hold on. We're not saying that Eli Manning should be benched because Eli Manning can't do it. We're saying that the season's lost. Eli Manning should be benched because you've got to look at the future, which is Davis Webb.
I don't want to put my future in jeopardy behind that line.
You've got to. You have no other option.
No, I don't. I have an option. It's called let him sit there and learn more, seeing as he hasn't been in the system like in college for more than one consecutive season.
Let me ask you this question. Do you really trust Jerry Reese to go out and fix the offensive line?
No, I think Reese is done after this year, and I think McAdoo's gone as well. So at this point, run what you have right now. Leave the kid back here to learn from someone like Eli Manning, so that when he does get put into the situation, what's the point?
Aren't we criticizing the same thing with Hackenberg? Weren't we sitting here put him in, let him play?
Why would you throw him to the Wolves right now? What purpose does it serve you?
He's more mobile. He's not going to be thrown to the Wolves.
He's younger. It's like
here.
Okay, and if God forbid he goes down with an injury that costs him this year and maybe some of next year, was it worth it?
I mean,
get Colin Kaepernick.
I mean, the what's the difference between him getting hurt and Eli getting hurt? They're both big. They're both tough. I mean,
my point was going to be though, if you take. I think Eli's problem and the reason why he's not making people on the field better is because he doesn't have enough time to react. It really comes down to, even though they have gotten a little bit better already in the last few games, the offensive line is still weak.
If you want to blame Eli for anything, it's father time.
If you take the wide receivers off of the Giants, the third string, whatever, wide receivers off the Giants, and you put them on the Patriots right now, they still make the playoffs.
I mean,
the Patriots still make the playoffs.
Who do the Jets have at wide receiver? Robbie friggin' Anderson.
That's my boy. Don't you bash Robbie. He was a 40.
They've got Jermaine Kearse. They went out and got Jermaine Kearse. They got Jeremy Curley, and they're still not the best receiver on the team. It's Robbie Anderson. We're not saying that Eli Manning's a hack.
Yeah,
we're not saying Eli Manning needs to be benched because he sucks. We're saying that the present situation, Eli Manning does not suit the team the way the team needs him to.
Eli Manning deserved those 2 Super Bowls.
What does the team need him to serve?
They need a quarterback that cannot stand in the pocket and just take sack after sack after sack.
That's not going to win you games this year. It's not. You don't have.
You're not winning games either way, so why not see what this kid can do?
So why would I throw a kid in there that, one, has been in the system for 8 weeks, 2, he's going to sit there and get the crap kicked out of him, and 3, you're just going to deflate his actual confidence at anything he has.
He's not. Deshaun Watson. I get Deshaun Watson's more mobile.
2 completely different quarterbacks. You cannot be arguing this point right now.
I'm arguing the point that Deshaun Watson's more mobile than Tom Savage. Just like Davis Webb is is more mobile than Eli Manning.
Okay.
He will be able to escape the danger that Eli cannot.
Or he escapes the danger and then he gets walloped and ends up like RG3, and then we're at a worse situation.
If that happens, then it wasn't meant to be with him
If
anyway.
it wasn't meant to be, it was a risk that you put out there anyway
But
that
it's
was
a risk that you
unnecessary.
take as a football player to get on the field anyways. You need to play if you have the opportunity.
Exactly.
There's nothing to play for right now. Why would you risk what could potentially be the future of the franchise now just to throw him in there in garbage?
Experience, because what you're talking about is putting him in preseason and hoping for the best whenever season he starts. He's an Aaron Rodgers. He's not Aaron Rodgers. He's not.
How do you know
Aaron
that?
Rodgers.
How do you know that?
I guess Aaron Rodgers is a bad example considering that he went so late and was so spited for it. But Aaron Rodgers had a lot more notoriety coming out of college. Even though he dropped, he was definitely a high prospect. Webb was a high prospect too, but I don't know about higher than Aaron Rodgers.
I don't know the point you just tried to make there.
I don't either. And I think we're arguing the same thing.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't understand what you just said.
All I'm saying is that, Aaron Rodgers might have been a bad choice because he kind of dropped.
Yeah, no argument there.
Webb is someone that, we don't know necessarily if he's going to have the same kind of, like, what I was meaning with Aaron Rodgers is having, like, a mentor like Brett Favre. He's not going to. He's not going to have that coaching staff. We already know that. What he's going to throw him in with McAdoo shit.
Right, exactly. So why would I even invest the time in a coach that is terrible at what he does, in a quarterback that clearly, if he can't get the starters to understand the offense he's trying to run, how do you think he's even going to get a fresh, new quarterback to understand what he's trying to accomplish?
But when you have one win, even if it is McAdoo and hopefully he doesn't even last the whole season, you have to like Dan was saying, give a different option. See if this other option will work better.
You don't even have to
off of that.
Pepper him in. Get him some plays.
I would if I'm starting the game, the best chance to win the game is Eli Manning right now.
But why win?
Okay, but at the end of the day, every team's trying to win. Nobody's going out there actively trying to lose because
The Colts did. The Colts actively tried to lose.
Then they would have lost to Savage.
No, I'm talking about back when they first got Andrew Luck.
Yeah.
Okay.
They
fine,
literally
but
did not try.
For the majority of teams. Like, Cleveland's not going out there every week trying to lose.
Do you think the Giants defense is sitting here saying, Eli's our guy. We must stick with Eli because it's working for us?
The Giants' defense has their own problems. You just got hung up 40-something points by freaking Goff.
Because Janoris Jenkins.
Okay,
so I don't want to spend a lot of time on the field this season.
A lot of time on the field doesn't constitute the plays they gave up to Sammy Watkins and Robert Woods within the first couple of minutes of the game.
They're tired dudes.
Yeah, no,
They're not tired when the game just started.
I think no.
Long season so far.
Yeah, I think it's season
Mentally
fatigue.
tired.
I really do.
When?
I really think that they've spent so much time on the field this season that they are drained. I really do.
And that's not going to change by putting in Webb. If the game is out of control, by all means, take Eli out. Who cares? We're not just going to keep trying to take this fight. If the game's over at halftime like it damn well was against the Rams, might as well throw him in and get him some playing time because, quite frankly, the guys that are going to be playing for the Rams are probably their backups anyway soon.
Why keep Eli in when you're just losing anyways? I know you're trying to win, but trying to win hasn't amounted to anything.
Right, but you're still going to try to. And right now, if you were told, who do you have a better chance with winning, Webb or Eli, you're going to say Webb.
So in 3 weeks, when they're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs.
They're mathematically eliminated from the playoffs now.
They're still technically
when they lost their bye week.
They're still technically they're 9,999 to 1 odds to reach the Super Bowl.
Oh, let's bet on it.
That's the same as the Browns.
You're saying we still have a chance.
But when they're mathematically eliminated, will you change? Will that change? Because there's literally nothing to play for.
No. I'm going to use the rest of what I have for Eli Manning, and if you want to
rest him, if you want him to be able to play when your team gets back to relevancy, why are you throwing him out to the Wolves? Same argument you're making with Davis Webb. Why throw him out to the Wolves when you cover him in meat?
Because I know that he can stand there and take it. Because he's done it for so many games. He is the current Iron Man.
How long is he going to take it before taking it breaks?
Yeah. I don't know. He started every single game since he started in the NFL. So he hasn't broken yet.
Yeah, neither did Peyton, neither did Favre, but you know what? They broke.
Right, but they weren't taken out until they broke.
I'm not saying...
You didn't take out Favre when the season went bad so that you could see if Aaron Rodgers was any good.
No, because they were in playoff contention.
Yeah, I don't think Favre ever went 1-8.
Is this a bad time to mention the Giants are only like 4 games out of the last wild card spot? In the NFC?
It's a damn bad time to mention.
It does nothing for my argument. You keep that.
But no, the other thing I would say to that, though, is that if you say, Eli gives you the best chance of winning, I would say that the only thing you have basis on is his longevity and what's going on. You don't know until you can see what Webb can do on the field. Just because of his inexperience, you say this. If he go out there and do something, maybe you're saying Webb is your better chance.
What about?
I don't know that.
Okay, well, what about Geno Smith? Put Geno Smith in. Don't get Eli killed.
Yeah,
that's
you
what
can
I'm saying.
Webb if you want. Geno, we know Geno's been on the field before.
We know Geno can take a hit, just not to the jaw.
We all think that Geno could perform better than he had been when he was, on the Jets. So maybe it's time for Geno to step up a bit.
Yeah, right. The only thing he steps up into is a little punt.
Yeah, exactly.
And not paying his bills.
Can you imagine how awkward that move is going from the Jets locker room to the other side? Like, just pack up a box and walk away. Like you've been fired.
Yeah, right? He's like, yo, seriously? That locker room is much better?
Can I at least borrow a wheelie chair to roll my stuff?
Yeah, my locker's on the other side of the stadium.
Okay, for sake of argument, when Brett Favre first came into the league, Aaron Rodgers first came into the league, okay, we're having the same argument about Webb being a rookie. The first year, the Green Bay Packers were 4-12.
Right now, that's better on pace than what the Giants are at.
Okay, and Aaron Rodgers didn't play a snap?
No. Aaron Rodgers didn't go in at all during he didn't play until after Rodgers was gone.
You mean
unless or after Favre was gone, and if he did, it was in preseason.
Okay, either way, I think that's wrong. They should have taken Favre out. If he was worried about the streak, let him start the first play of every game, and then let the young kids show you what they have. Especially when Eli should have retired already. The only thing that's keeping him I'm confident. The only reason he's not retired is because he wanted that damn streak. That's it.
I don't know. I don't know that mattered. I think coming into this year, he probably thought he had a legitimate chance to actually make a run.
And I'm willing to bet that he's going to retire at the end of the season.
I don't think so. I have a feeling we probably do see him in Jacksonville with Coughlin and that line.
I think that's a mistake.
I'm not disagreeing.
I will laugh hysterically if we're going to sit here and say he hasn't gotten you to the playoffs in 5 years, and then he goes to Jacksonville and brings Jacksonville to the playoffs. I am going to laugh my ass off at everyone.
No, I'm not.
The point.
Yeah, you're missing the point. The point isn't that he can't do it. The point is that the season's over.
Not only that, it's not that he can't do it. It's that he doesn't have
Well, he needs to do it. They have given him bread and turds and said make a sandwich and enjoy it.
When you have Leonard Fournette behind you running, when you have the
Allens,
receivers
Mercedes Lewis,
and Hearns, when you have some of these, he's on the lower end of that. When you have a little,
you have
bit more
Tom
talent
Coughlin.
like that, you have a probably a offensive line that Bortles has pretty much not taken advantage of. Because he sucks.
He looked pretty good, though.
I think that is an overall rounded team. Eli on a very rounded team works. When he has to be the guy to make young guys look good, that is not where it works.
I also don't know. Eli is a special breed, which was the normal breed back in the day, but not anymore. I don't think he would work on the Cowboys. I think they need someone who can throw on the run.
I agree with that, but when you have someone that's a pocket passer and you give him a receiver, unfortunately, that's injured, like Odell Beckham, which is like a new age wide receiver that pretty much can catch anything. That's what makes Eli look good. That's what makes the receivers look good. But it's not like Tom Brady.
I don't think
who's making a no-name wide receiver relevant.
To make the argument I think that we are making stronger. I don't think Tom Brady could make the Giants win.
Not with an offensive line.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers could make the
Giants
win.
But now let me say this, though. If you give Tom Brady his offensive line